Definitely not. It's like a minute behind. It's Mr. Bonus Can. How we doing? And Michelle. Bonus Can's #1 YouTube, Michelle's #1 Twitch. I was a little late again. But no matter. The important thing is the coffee's here. Hello, Drop Frames. How are you doing today? It's one part of the reason why I used to do things in the morning was I get less drop frames in the morning. Alrighty. I think it's time to begin, don't you? How we doing? We're back. Yeah, this is meant to be a workbench Wednesday. Wednesday? Wednesday. But unfortunately, parts didn't arrive, so we can't finish off the thingy. Unfortunately. So, like I promised, or like I opined, or something, Vulcanus needs attention. Because a lot of things need to happen. Well, it's doing a lot of things that it really doesn't need to do anymore. Like, it used to have this circuit production over here, you know, for reds, greens, and blues, purely for this giant module production factory, and it's gone. It's been reduced down to 3 EM plants that just makes legendary modules directly now. Like, it doesn't need to exist anymore. Likewise, a lot of, and what is it? As a consequence, yes. Oil-based doesn't really need to exist anymore because this was all set up to look after the rocket industry and the circuit industry. Now all it's packed down, it doesn't matter anymore. How is the thing doing? It's still kind of looking sad, but okay, we'll persist. So yeah, what I want to do today is just spend a bit of time really updating Vulcanus. Oh yeah, this thing has a recycle grinder, so it mines tungsten into a chest, into a recycler. And it just grinds down anything that isn't legendary chunklets. That's the sort of the where it's at for tungsten. So yeah, it's just directly grinding it now. I actually had the full patch and it doesn't need it, as it turns out. The bottleneck is feeding the other stuff into the legendary modules. You know, the legendary circuits. Yeah, none of this diff stuff needs to be here anymore. Which is handy too, because these are, I think, they're all regular foundries, so these can just be ground up and turned into better well, actually, I don't think I can. That's a good question, actually. What does this do? It makes legendary foundries and big mining drills directly. I mean, I should have noticed it was right there as well. Yeah, this thing also just makes things directly. Why bother with any of the intermediate steps anymore? Do we have a birch of time making up your mind? I mean, that is always going to be a problem. The indecisiveness of this playthrough has been pretty intense. You drive remotely, please. Yeah, manual drive remote. Other statement? Oh, did I not get... Oh, alright, are we back? I can't tell. It's still dropping a lot of frames. But yeah, it did like I was like, oh wow, the actual network adapter disconnected. Yeah, YouTube's gone all kinds of bad. Making sure it's Glacier. YouTube says excellent connection though. There we go. Inquire the mode. Yeah, I just went to... So, this used to happen at the end of last year, and what I used to do was just unplug the network cable and plug it back in, and then it came good again. Currently wrapped in an electric blanket? That sounds like a good idea. It has been... It was like 6 degrees this morning. It was not warm. Yeah, and I did press record again. Pause the recording there for a moment. Oh, you still got some crap in you. You have... Oh, you don't have rockets. Yeah, I don't want the circuits. I mean, realistically, if I empty the chest of its circuits, or the chests of their circuits, I'll probably have enough circuits for Vulcanus for the rest of time itself. Actually, I have a better idea. Come back over here. And then at some point I need to clean out this whole storage system. I need to figure out a make everything arrangement that has all of this. In fact, I think I just answered my own statement. Because we have a make everything set of components for this. Mostly. Because we come in here, we got a new one that I haven't so much used. Where we go, we say item to craft, legendary tier 1, legendary tier 2, just like that. And then over here, legendary tier 3. I don't know what the 4th one will be. That could almost be like a future me problem. Then I need to update the producers. Rotation of arithmetic combinator. I was wondering, I heard something click because I tapped the R key and I was wondering what the heck it was that I did. There we go. Yeah, so they can go there. Those don't do anything anymore. The solar stuff. Those can stay. There's also a silo production in there. Maybe those? Trains? Maybe. I mean, trains are going to stay. But it's a bit questionable. And then you. Then we have a foundry. Oh, it's actually only 2 foundries. And then what do we want? Foundry itself. And then I need a big mining drill. Although I got you wrong, because it's actually meant to be that. Why are you requesting big mining drills? Because you're not. I'll turn that off for the moment. thing about these ones is that the recipe doesn't get turned off. Because if you turn it off, it deletes the productivity bar, bonus. I still seem to be dropping a lot of frames too. We're at 14.6%. What I might do though is transfer that over to there and then get rid of that one. Where's your signal pollution coming from? It'll be a request somewhere. There'll be a big... Oh, it'll be the buffer chest. That's why. Yes, it's requesting 500, so it's trying to fill the difference. That makes sense. Now, where's Spidey Pants? You. Come over here. Now, you... well, I got just the rockets for you. Just the rockets can go up there. We got some spicy rockets on Vulcanus, so let's do a little bit of spicy cleanup. No, that'll get rid of all these chests. There's actually another reason why the spicy rockets are on Vulcanus. You can use those to spawn lava. So if you like the science over here, you can spawn lava lakes using spicy rockets to get lava generation where you want. All right, I need you go there, and there you go. One puddle of lava. Sheepdog, hello. I'm not sure how to actually turn them off. I mean, I could just mark that for decon. Wait for all the boss to come back. Or just do that, and any that don't survive are the ones that aren't smart enough to stay away. This just obliterates a whole wave of them. You'd also see the robot latency thing going on there as well. See how they just sort of teleported. Whee! Blurp. Fortunately, this spider's a little light on robots for some reason now. Don't know why that is. Very strange, isn't it? There we go. That'll get rid of the circuits nice and quick. Thankfully, didn't get rid of the spiders this time. The number of times I've accidentally nuked a spider while trying to nuke other stuff. Oh, I did nuke some of the solar. Yeah, they're definitely still alive. They went back to base while I wasn't looking to just, you know, get clear, so they could have a safe view and get clear of the explosion. So yeah, that doesn't need to be there anymore. I don't know what I'm going to do with the direct launching. I'm probably just going to do Foundry to Silo for that, because I still need to launch the beams and the triangles. There's this is the Vulcanus science that I sort of headached out. The thing that I hadn't really thought through, like I assumed it was near tungsten, but the problem is there's no coal. Well, I suppose Terry's coal's over here, but it's just not great. Over here is potential, but it's where the quality is, and I don't really want to touch that as such. So that's the dilemma I'm at with that. What are you? You're the beams, okay. That'll be... that's just low density. All of this can happen in the base again. It does. I don't need this level of production anymore. It just shows you what legendary quality has done. I mean, even then it was very overbuilt already. All this stuff was just way too overbuilt. I did have some specific plans in mind, like some big silo launching plans in mind originally. It's just that you don't need them. I think I'll also come over here and just clean up this as well. Because, yeah, I mean, we still need rocket fuel production, but, like, you can see this was built before Aquilo was really started. Because it's not using cryo... oh, that's using cryos, but the rocket fuel production itself isn't using cryo plants. I mean, I'm not 100% sure if that's down to me being incompetent or if it was because I didn't have cryo plants. I don't actually remember at this point. Either way, I'll just mark all that for decon. Including that. Like, look at there, it's got purple epic modules. That goes way back. How big's your inventory? Are you legendary, actually? Yes, you are. Alright, what's happening on Nervous? Oh yeah, I'm set up that. I finally made a decision to not make these roll on, roll off, just because it's going to take up so much space. I want to do something about purple science. Purple science is a bit of just feels like a bit of a mess. The trouble is, most I can do really is just lift it up a little bit and pull these in just to make it less wide. It's about all that can really be done to it. I was hoping I could E to exit the Vic. There we go. Stop drinking coffee? Yeah, about that. You go there and then there. There's other little things I want to do. What's new with me? I'm trying to think. What is new? Other than... haven't seen any mobs on this planet. What do they look like? On Vulcanus, they have what's called demolishers. That's what the stripy land is. So we have Kevin over here, who is a medium demolisher. All the demolishers do is orbit their the perimeter of their territory. You can actually see the shadow of them. They are extremely strong. Like the medium one has 100,000 hit points. But they also have a incredibly high healing rate. It's like 1,000 points a second. 7,800 hit points a second. So you need a lot of damage right up to take these things down. The small ones are the ones you encounter first. They're only 30,000 hit points. And then the big ones are 300,000 hit points. They have a small one's worth of healing per second. The idea is that the small ones you can take out with a few strategies early game. It's sort of like a mixture of poison capsules and a lot of gun turrets in parallel. Can take out smalls. Mediums, I was doing them early on with nukes. Like 3 nukes to the face. And the big ones, you need a railgun. You can also use a heated up reactor, nuclear reactor. There's some videos that popped up last year doing that. The trick is you're meant to actually figure it out from this. They're basically immune to most damage. Yeah, that's the enemies here. Only Narvis, Vulcanus, and Gleba have enemies as well. No, the other two don't. Haven't gotten the DLC yet. This looks intense. It is overwhelming at first, but it comes together after a while, at least from my perspective. Like Vulcanus, I'm in the process of shrinking it back down because most of this just doesn't need to exist anymore. Fagora, again, it doesn't... Like, most of the other planets... Maybe Fagora is one of the bigger ones, but most of them, you like and hate enemies. They are a lot I found them a lot nicer if you turn off expansion. Fun when you're powerful, but it sucks. It is a chore at the start. Yeah, the build-up is very slow in this one. Just getting rid of the cliffs as well. And yeah, just slowly building out everything on Narvis. But yeah, the disabling expansion helps a lot with particularly the Narvis spiders. As part of what I've been figuring out with Colonel Will, is how to streamline the process of going up. There's definitely the Gleba is one bottleneck, and then Aquila was the second one. Aquila is just a sad place. At the same time, it's probably the easiest. Like, you can easily survive off of the starter resources. You don't need to... There are people that say, oh yeah, just fly out whatever, like 2,000 tiles in a direction. You don't need to do that. Just stick with the start. You're just making life harder on yourself because the best land is at spawn. There's nothing outside of spawn on Aquila. That's a little tip for you there. Can they evolve? Yes, they can still evolve, but they just don't send out expansion parties. It just takes the burden. What is the new endgame in the DLC? So the end goal is to reach the edge of space. It literally says the end, or a new beginning. Building a space platform capable of surviving this far beyond relative safety of the crash landing site proves you're capable of traveling everywhere. There is, of course, a path beyond that, and that is the final endgame, as getting beyond that point. And that is where the ultimate in space platform technology comes in. Is this thing not... Has it fixed itself? I had to... So this thing took on... It went out without the right cargo, and I had to deal with it. But I think it's okay now to restart. All right. Yep, there it goes. Yeah, eventually you get into... So there is a... each planet has its own science pack, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4... more science packs, as well as the existing space science. And then right beyond the end game is the final one. What is it? 2, 4, 6 on Narvis, 7 for space, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12. As soon as I said 11, I was like, hang on, isn't it 12? Because it's 2, 4, 6, and 2 rows is 12. Yes. It is arguable that it is... Space Age is a bit set... is kind of set up more for people who play big. So if you can sit on one save for a really long time, it's very rewarding. It's a much slower burn though. But at the same time, you don't need to rush it. Just take a map and go with it. Ah, excellent, it's away. Yeah, I found a bug in the logic, is that if I put the emergency abort button on, it doesn't actually stop it from trying to run again, as it turns out. Which is a hangover from... There's like a second abort signal that this has, because it's built in 2 different phases. And, yeah, that was annoying. That ended up in loading an autosave. Oh, actually, this one might end up in a bad state as well. Got a dip, thank you for the info. Alright. I hope you do get the DLC and get some enjoyment out of it. Good, you're going again. Now, back to Vulcanus. Blam. Right, well you're busy doing that. Let's try and multitask a little bit. Oh yeah, so apparently I was off by 1 at somewhere along the ways. Which is kind of annoying, if I'm completely honest. Like, all that needs to be there. Alright. I mean, I could fix it over here, but then this would be off by 1, and I don't want that now. You can't have that. You've got to fix everything else to make it fit. It's easy enough to do. Okay, that could have ended in disaster. If I let that, as it were. There. I think that's right. Yeah, looks about right. I mean, we'll find out very quickly if there's something wrong with it, yeah. I'm going to have the trains just reverse back out. Too hard, otherwise. Too hard. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 going up into here. Oh yeah, these didn't have speed modules in them. Because plastic productivity is a thing. Yeah, these are 220% productivity without any productivity modules. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. You and you. Yes, you finish packing down that. Just blow up some cliffs along the way, because why not? Well, I guess you are going to blow up that one. Was it Alt A? Pokey day. So red circuit. Could probably start thinking about plumbing it all in. Oh, what are you missing? Legendary steel chests. Maybe even plumbing in chemical science. At some point I need to really think about the final science build though. Yeah, there it is. probably change them to the bigger containers, but probably not. What was that? 2, 4, yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab the lot. 14, 15, 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Go in the middle. Was it 8? And you are 12. Let's make it... I'll start with 12. Yeah, it's just going to be a bot sandwich for science. It's usually what works best. And then just figure out what I need, what we need for one of these arrangements. I was tempting to also change the science unload to like probably storage chests. Actually, I'm thinking one or the other. Just thinking. It might be a case of try it and see what happens. Now the question is... That is... not the center, that will be. Also need a sneeze. There we go. It's also tempting to put fill in this void here with the labs. Labs could go in one of many different places. I could actually bring them down closer to the main base, like down here somewhere. So, you know, we bring everything up to here and then come back down and around to here. Just force trains to conflict with each other. That seems like a good idea, doesn't it now? It's also because the labs, the biolabs, produce an extraordinary amount of pollution, and I want to keep them somewhere in the middle of the map. Having said that, though, I don't know how big all of this is going to be. I mean, hopefully, if I put them, like, down here, they should clear, maybe? I'm not sure. Well, either way, I'll get them out of the way of up there for now. Oh, good, it did go down. Yeah, I'll just park this out the way. If it goes here, it goes here. If it doesn't go here, it doesn't go here. It's all much of whatever. Alright, just that little bit to go. Is there anything even out here? Not really. Oh, there is actually one thing I do want to do. Target SPM, 115,200, which is 8 green belts worth. Which admittedly is probably a little bit ambitious for starting out for the first playthrough. That's part of it. I think I need to just amalgamate these a little bit. So you of any quality turn into legendary. Accumulator of any quality to that. For completeness' sake, I'll do this. I can't imagine a universe where I would ever... I mean, I would do it for memes. But I can't see a universe where I would do legendary Steam like that. And then... any level of fusion to legendary and any event level of... I'm going to press the button every time. It's a legendary there. Heat pipe don't matter, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Add never. Oh, balls. Yeah, I'll just make that power upgrades. That means that I can delete that one. And that one. Yeah, I was trying to think of what actually I had been up to, and not much to report on in that front. Seems to be another one of the same. Yeah, I'll get rid of that one as well. Yeah, the one thing that I was forgetting was U of any into U and U of any into U. There we go. Now the reason I wanted the power upgrader is to do that. Right there. Just make Vulcanus do some work. The idea is eventually I want to move Vulcanus over to solar power. Do you not have legendary? Do you not have construction robots? Right. Oh, they're off. That's why. There we go. That's why. Overlay was off. I was confused. I was like, that can't be right. Have I figured out the stone for purple science bottleneck situation yet? It's mostly just feeding it enough stuff. I think that was the question you're after. I don't think I said hey king. Hey king. I can't remember now. Imagine if you could build 5 legendary lights and make it always daytime. It basically is always daytime on Vulcanus. See my yard. So for Vulcanus, which is basically the same for all of them, it's this thing here. There's nothing really magical to it. It's dead simple. When a train comes in, there's opposing train stoppers wired to the signal to turn it off or disable it. But yeah, it's completely dumb. There's no intelligence to this system. So it's just told to always try and find a loader, and then if it can't, go to yard. And yeah, it also has a little crossover thing, which has a little hop over to the main line. Sure. I'm sure there was a reason for that. Oh yeah, calcite thingy's gone too. The rules look really interesting. Oh, where are we at? There. Yeah, for the interrupt for going to yard, you don't want it allowing other interrupts. And so destination full or no path. So it wants to go to fluid load because there's a fluid train. Yeah, so what it wants to do is go to fluid load, and then if it can't do that, then this interrupt triggers because fluid load is full or it can't find it. And it's not at yard already, so it then kicks off. So yeah, it's now that it's loaded, it's kicked off another interrupt, which is this one here, which uses this fluid wildcard that says, I have this cargo inventory of this wildcard. In this case, it's molten copper. And it then says, go to this wildcard, unload. And so that's what it's doing, is trying to find an unload for it. And hopefully, when this thing unloads, it will then try to go to fluid load, it won't be able to, and then the interrupt will kick. See, yeah. So you got trying to go to fluid load for 1 second, and it couldn't. So it then said go to yard. So yeah, the only order you need is the loading one. And yeah, this is the most simplistic way of setting up the train interrupts. And yeah, and then the interrupt clears when it arrives. And what happens is, because it says it's not already at the yard, the interrupt doesn't keep refiring, and then it keeps saying, go to yard, it's already at yard, and then bailing out. Hey, Jerry. How you doing? There is another interrupt, which is refuel. And so there is a wildcard for fuel, but you're better off doing each one of these individually. So if any of those fuels are below, I think that's actually meant to be or, not and. It doesn't matter because normally it isn't any of those. Does it always go to... It'll always try to go to the closest yard. Oh, there's one that's trying to go to fuel now. Or was that because I had... Oh no, it was meant to be and. Because it will always fire because it doesn't have nuclear fuel. Yep, now I remember why it's and. Well, now I've told them to... I've told them to all refuel then. Now that doesn't need to exist anymore. That's my supply system. I mean, that one's obsolete now too. Now it makes it... Yeah, I get tripped up by it every time. Alright, Spidey Pants. Doing well? That's good. I mean, I'm going to choose to ignore that for now. I really want to try and switch over, though. Like, it's fine keeping this ticking over while it's not doing anything. It's just that I need to, like, move the hub and re-wrangle everything. It's just that I want to do the hub, move the hub. Originally I had it, like, up here. I want to move it, probably move it down a little bit so all the trains can pass through here. It'd probably just slip through underneath uranium. And along here, and then it can go up. What I want to do is have the hub, where it's dropping the science. And so, you know, do something like that. And then you would have the hub. What's you're a 4x4. You'd have the hub like that. Then you would potentially have roboports, and you know, this would be a bot loader. I have a feeling it's going to need two. I'm going to need 2 sets of roboports. Something that I'll need to investigate. And then, you know, have train loaders here for the actual train loading. Like this. And 4 or something. Yeah, something like that. Seen what Nilaus was doing with his base drop? No, actually. I haven't seen the latest of what he's up to. You did the same thing? It seems pretty logical that's what you would do. I mean, this thing would also need to be roll-on. This thing actually does need to be roll-on, roll-off, and so... it doesn't have to be roll-on, roll-off. Doing a one... Oh, he's doing an actual 1 million science a minute base. I wouldn't mind doing that as a rail bus. Or something... along those lines. Maybe not 1 million. 1 million is a lot. 1 million actual science a minute is a lot of science a minute. It can't... I can't understate just how much that is. It is still actually a lot. Like, I'll be doing over 1 million at this... with this base, and its raw input is only 115,000 because of research productivity. Right, Vulcanus. Where's Das Spider? Now that's out the way. I think what I should do is figure out how much space this is actually going to need. You're going to power through that, aren't you? Yes, yes you are. Oh, well, not anymore, you're not. My early science load's going to need to get out the way. Alrighty. So... I need a measuring train. I know where to find one. Promethium. Oh, speaking of, was that Prometheus? No, space science raining down. There's one measuring train. And I need a signal. There and there. And we need another measuring train. If I can see anything. Like there, I think. Yep, right there. So I want one train's worth waiting in the input, and I want one train to be able to escape onto the output. So it's a, you know, a buffered input and output. Then we raise it up. Kind of. Probably... Whoop, calm down. Goes to there. We do that. How much room is there between these things? This is something that I haven't necessarily thought through very well. So, ideally, I would turn 90 degrees and then have this here, but it's going to be in the way. Means it will do something like that. And unfortunately, I can't have like 4 tracks going out like that. I mean, I could just shoot across like that. That's silly though. But yeah, rotate around, then go up on the outbound tracks. Yeah, as soon as it passes like that, it can just do that. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll even fix the last one. So it's not as bendy. You're getting old. How you doing, Veldek? And then I need to do the same for the input. Hurt your ankle, doesn't even need bandaging, how swollen it is. Yes. Every second you get a second older. Or rather, you're a second older than you were a second ago. Yeah, this is why I was worried about how far it would reach, because I was expecting something like that. I could potentially not bother with the outbound one and just have the inbound one. I'm not a fan of that though. Uh-oh. That's a bad sound. Oh, that's a lot of... Yeah, you still have 30,000 biters. How long have we got? 2 minutes. Can you eject 30,000 biters in 2 minutes? I suppose it is crafting them as well. But yeah, because it wasn't preloaded with Promethium, it took too many biters. Also calculated, I need like 10 of these to maintain the same Promethium science a minute. Every 60 seconds, 1 minute passes in Africa. It's all too real and true, isn't it? I need to update this thing. It doesn't need the Promethium belts. It doesn't really need the 4 cryo plants. I can directly couple them to the hub. Where did the IT go? He's probably ransomware. That one's been doing the rounds a lot lately. It's a good one. It's down to 10,000. We're 10,000 at 1 minute. 1 minute remaining. 1 minute 21. The biter clock is slightly off. Wow, look at that go down. I think that is safe now. I mean, I'm going to be losing a few biters. Also live on Twitch? Yes. Yes, we are. I really need to sort out the chat overlays so they're actually merged. There we go. The warning's gone away now. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a waste of biter eggs. They're now deep in Promethium space, being smooshed into asteroids. Into this nonsense. That is what it is. Alright, now... So the way this platform works is it backhauls. On the return journey, it buffers up Promethium to then use it to pre-craft some packs before it hits Promethium space again. Got to make that return journey work. Make it do some work for you. It does have the Twitter. Yeah, I refuse. Oh no, it does. Ah, it's the wrong command. It doesn't have the I just looked at it again. I was just checking the links to make sure it was right. It's the wrong way round. The YouTube one's meant to have the Twitch link, and the Twitch one's meant to have the YouTube link. That's embarrassing, that is. There should be a button on YouTube anyway. If not, I'll be mighty disappointed, because I put it there years ago. Anyway, so... That's our output. Thank you, Veldek. How you feel when you're getting old? That's what that sound is. This one, however, can drop down. Actually, you. Maybe. I might have put that in the wrong... Yeah, I did put that in the wrong place. I just realised. I mean, I could just weeble wobble around. Just make it a bit lumpy. Dear. Two... It is around the wrong way as well. That's fine. We can fix that. Yeah, do that. Why is there two... Oh, it was the output. I suppose the real question is, does that output even fit? Not really. Happy to watch on YouTube? Okay. YouTube is a nicer player, admittedly. Oh, let's continue this on. Keep packing that down. How are we going to fix this? I'm expecting at least 4, and I'm probably going to need more than 4 lanes of output. No ads. That helps. Doesn't the lowest tier of YouTube Premium now have ads? Alright, does that work? Is that repeatable? Apart from that being in the way. That's entirely workable, actually. It's just even longer again. Vibe coded PowerShell script yesterday. It worked first try, and it was coded better than faster than what you had have done. Was it using GPT? You. That needs to be there. Like that. Oh, and that. And that. GitHub, Copilot with Claude. Ah, okay, it was Claude. just use these for partially blocking out the segments so that as the train goes down, it can separate things. It can free up paths. Also realised that I still got to get trains into this thing. Oh dear, this is going to be annoying. This is why I wanted to do roll on roll off in the first place, because I knew I had this in mind and I knew it was going to be a pain. But in theory, it's just a matter of wrangling the supports the right way. Just should have nuked all that stuff as well. Right, is that covering everything? Yes, it is. Everything's expensive. Everything's always expensive. That's like the only place that can be. Oh, don't tell me these are too close together. I have another dumb idea. I could make individual outputs. Oh. Yeah, individual outputs that then all collect at the far end. Oh, that's a thing. That actually takes a fair bit of doing. I'm not against the idea though. So like, it does that, and then goes up, and then around, and then the next one comes around down below it, and the next one below that. Yeah. Because I don't have military over there, I don't actually know how much is needed. Ooh, a little bit of track left behind. Oh, a little bit more track left behind. Annoyingly, I still need this section here. Probably not going to use that though. Like, there'll still be a bit of railway network on Vulcanus, but it'll be nowhere near as big. Because I still maybe have a train stop going down to there because it's so far enough away. But yeah, just like one track's all it needs really. Should actually slide it down so it's in line. Now, how is power looking here? So the bulk of it is actually happening on solar now. You see it sort of slide down towards 0. So the idea is eventually this is going to get phased out. Is this even... Oh yeah, it's a mixture of legendary and epic. Train input solution on Discord. Alrighty. Oh yeah. Um, that would work for a small. I'm expecting a lot more trains coming in to the point where like that would work for one in, one out, and I need more than one in and one out. As I say though, I probably don't need the output buffer, so I could probably save a bit there. Not test for 3. Yeah. I have a feeling it would struggle. I say have a feeling, I actually know that it won't. It will struggle for throughput. Like, just do the same thing, but cut out the complexity. Put the post there, and put a post there, and there we go. Like that. Oh, maybe not a post there. This is where I think it's going to fall over, is that it's probably not really going to be a point where I can't put them. Yeah, you. There. Because if I'm giving it access to like 4 outputs, it's probably just going to work. I mean, I have no idea what the throughput even is going to be, so yeah, like that. It's just that there's not a lot of room for supports in that space. Yeah, see, like that. And then it keeps on going like that, so I may have sort of caused pain for myself by not giving myself enough room. Where were you going next? Oh, you're going over here. If a train buffers outside the main track, any station can accept 2 trains on input and 1 train wait in the output. Like, because this is going to be like 100 something unloads. So, there's, yeah, even if there's 4, it's still talking 20 trains. Spread across 4 tracks. I guess it pays to think these things through. Ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, it's got the signal. There. Dang it. Hotkeys. That's why I need to. I have this habit of not designing these things out from the very start, and I need to like actually see things through to the end. What is that? What does 1 tile give me? Probably an even bigger header. Yeah. That might still work. Yeah, because that support just barely fits. Then like that. Like the limit of what it can do there. So yeah, 1 tile more is all it needs. So I need to shuffle all those over by 1 tile. Oh. Actually, they would go the other way. As in, I can pull these ones over further as well. Because these all belong to circuits, to green circuits. You. Yeah, you belong to green circuits like that. So that goes there. There. And then I gotta just separate all these out. One by one. Now, there should be a pipe in the middle. Yeah, there it is. Pull those out. I'll put them back in later. Right, we're scooping up that. That's clever. Vulcanus. You go there. Probably doesn't actually need all these. Yeah, because the train's reversing out, so it doesn't need all these. What's that? 1, 2... 3 and 4. So there. Oops. That's not supposed to be there. There we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we've got 4 for sure. One, 2, 3, 4. So signal block into there, into there. 1, 2, 1, 2. That one doesn't need to exist. I mean, none of these really need to be broken up. I'm really being honest about it. It can all be one big mega signal block. It doesn't matter. looks good. Double check the signals. So yellow extends all the way down. Pink, magenta, all the way down. Change your color, change your color, change your color, change your color. Why is that different? That's why. Ah, you go away. Going to be waiting. Yeah, so waiting to get in and out. That's fine. Get there. Like a queue system to get in and out. Let's try again. Hopefully this time with more success. How many? I've actually forgotten how many it was. Do I still have the big one? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. It's similar to, I think it was one of the Factorio extended bases I did, which had input queues and output queues. That's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to push it to 10. And say 5 and 5. Alright, have a good one, Michelle. Heading off to bed. 1 AM, that is late. My feeling is about 5 and 5. I mean, it'll probably be like 4 and 6 or something. You know, 4 molten iron, 6 molten copper. I don't know what the exact ratio is. Probably doesn't matter that much. Once you factor in productivity, it's not far off the same either way. Bots are still moving here. How we doing? It's 1600 legendary solar now. And 1500 accumulators. So right at this point, most of it's coming from... Yeah, gigawatts coming from solar and... Oh, no, not quite. But a decent chunk, like the legendary solar has helped. It's helped to get a decent chunk out of it. And then it's going to be more of the same. And I just need to rearrange or realign the unload stations to align with this, assuming they actually fit. So our furnace unload goes to there, but it doesn't actually fit. So what I would probably do is align it to there. And... oh, you see, that just doesn't fit at all. Bit wide? Yeah, it's a wider gauge. Because yeah, this thing has a specific spacing. I can't change that. Okay, this is where that's where I needed to have paid a little bit closer attention. Oh, I did actually grab those. I didn't want to. Yeah, these are non-standard. Right, back for more. Yep, step over the lava. Yeah, how am I going to do this? Wouldn't mind... Yeah, you see, that's just like as close as it can be already. What I'm going to do... Just make this into a generic blueprint. Like that. Let's save it there. It's a very straight line right there. Definitely straight. Now this affects things by doing that. So you now too far away? No. Oh, you might be too far away now. Yeah, and there was a track in the way before, that's why. Alright, so we can just clear these out. Yeah, it should still assemble. Alright, that's something workable. Workable. Oh, just confirm again. Yep, one block. Purple, purple, block, purple, yellow, block, purple, yellow, green, purple, purple. Yeah. 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 All these little things to fix. Yeah. Wasn't so hard now, was it? Interesting. So that's different. It feels like it. I mean, it is different. It ain't quite the same. Just, it wanted to support one way, but didn't the other. It's not exterm safe. I mean, give him a mech suit and he's technically safe. He's got his bubble wrap. I suppose technically he's got the all the lubricant it needs. Technically don't even need those. Oops. Uh-oh. Full cargo. I think I have the answer. In a photo from some school, there was a box with label exam stress relief and a box full of bubble wrap. And it was for the teachers. Obviously students. Speaking of, I need a refill. Alright. Right, what else can we work on? I mean, Vulcanus packing up is just going to happen in the background. Like, just checking on it periodically. Glaber, I don't need to do anything to. Fulgura, I don't need to do anything to. Quillam, I don't need to do anything to. Like, they just throw stuff. They throw stuff out, it's fine. You have 10 minutes remaining. You still have 45,000 eggs. I think it's still sort of speeding up to full production again. Because it's been idle for so long, and also the incident. You know what? Unload those and give yourself more room. It's kind of amazing how much Vulcanus is going to shrink. There'll also be the remains of the former base still here. Well, the former outpost bases. Like, all this rubble shouldn't go anywhere. think I got it in time. Kind of. Oh, I suppose that rail doesn't actually matter. Does it? No. Yeah, like none of this matters anymore. It's not useful to me. Get rid of all of it. There. One more piece. Get rid of that. Whoops. Just decon the spider. Bye bye. Oh, you're going way up there. Alright, so, as I say, I still need an oil base, but I can shrink it down to one that's way up there. Because everything it needs is right there. Like, it can mine its own calcite, coal, and sulfuric acid to do everything. Make a decon planner. I actually, admittedly, I do actually almost have one. I can copy this. Call it blacklist of cliffs. Call it the not cliff deleter. I need like a cliff, but no, with like a cross through in it. Probably is a manual tag I can put into there. And then this one can be same, but with a check mark. Yeah, there's probably an icon that I can use. Just have to find it. That. This is whitelist. And this one, blacklist. Very good point. Should make use of that. Because I'm doing it so many times. Also, because I use it fairly regularly. So yeah, this should... Oop, what did I say? Yeah, it'll delete everything except for cliffs. Alright, turn you back on. You're probably going to want some oil refineries. We'll say 4. Got them? Yes, you got them now. Alright, let's go up here and wrangle this thing. You almost need like a second spider on here. Ironically, this time I do need the cliff deleter. Oh, I can get rid of you. Unnamed demolisher, that one. I think it was the point where we stopped naming them when we got out this far. Don't actually want to go back to Nervous yet. Actually, now I do. Now full of crap. Yeah, it's worth making a book full of deconning different stuff. You know, like the top row was all the different variations. Ghost tiles, items on ground, placed tiles, and then all of nature, but no cliffs in nature. unhappy? Why are you unhappy? Ah, that's why. Now, if we can just make it tessellate correctly, that would be amazing. Dun dun. Yes, this one, that would be in the way of the track, so it's fine. Like this. Yep, they're all the same spacing. Oh, what's happened again? What's it at this time? Oh, it's, yeah, it's fine. Could probably actually shut off if the warning condition is done. I mean, it's only a few eggs overboard this time. It probably didn't need to, but it doesn't know that. What actually triggers that? I think it's just straight up timer. Yeah, it's just timer tells it to start purging. It's only governed by time, so that's, yeah. How long's that? That is full length. I'm sure this could be better. Like, it's a bit awkward there. I've never been able to figure out a better way to do it, though. Because, like, it's got to spin round and then come out, but it's got to pop out while pop down an extra tile. It's all very wacky. And then 8 of them for different thingies. I'm just staring. I need to stop staring at it because I'll start changing it if I keep staring at it. I know what needs to be done. I think that's all still signaled correctly. Oh, the laser turrets will deal with it when they hatch. The bulk inserters can't eject them fast enough. It just need, like, if worst case, or actually, the worst possible case scenario, the platform doesn't survive. It has, every time I've tried it, it has a 0% survival rate for the worst possible situation. Where is it? Yeah, there's laser turrets all around, and there's usually some eggs inside. Yeah, they're inside the cryo plants. But yeah, at one point there was. There you go. Yeah, at one point there was bulk inserters, but it was never enough. Yes, it's whatever's left over in the hand is usually like 1 or 2 biters. Thankfully, they're only big, not behemoth. How much is that filling up? That is we're 41% full. So this thing won't have issues once it fills back up to 100%. But I think it's partly just not, because it's aborting early, it's not getting deep enough to really gather up enough. Right, let's build the rest of this. There. What a mess of track. It would have... the thruster reducer would have kicked in because of the alarm. Yeah, so these two lights mean that it's backed off on thrusters. Oh, one of them's turned back on. There's like two on this side and one on that side to slow it down just a tiny bit. It knocks off a thruster for the return journey. Just to... Because it does 453 and it's a little bit too quick for it. A little bit too quick for its own good. It just gives the grabbies enough chance to grab everything. Although it's probably okay now. It's particularly around here it tends to struggle. What a racket. Yeah, look at it go. It's just so many chunks. It's not that far in. It's only 300,000 in. There's hardly any chunks here. It's running stable at 60 UPS. Oh, the map's hardly doing anything. Still seeing the lasers trying to shoot the big chunk. Sometimes they do get them. If it's a bit damaged from some rockets and such, sometimes it can shoot them down. But yeah, the 45 degree ones help avoid chunks coming down the side. Where are we at? Yeah, see, it was like way down here. It's not until you get like 600,000 it starts getting really, really serious. It's like towards the end of its run in towards the shattered planets. You see the grabbies really going for it. What is our time usage actually? It is 5. It's actually, I'm surprised it's that high, but at the same time, it's not that high. I mean, like, I'm still building up all this. There's still a lot to do before it gets really crazy. And there's also going to get real annoying before things... Oh, train stop in the way? Oh, oh, that's in the way. A CPU to have? Was it Ryzen 7800 X3D? It said 5800, but no, it's a 7800. Yeah. Towards the end of last year, I finally upgraded. Last year or was it this year? I don't remember. I was putting it off forever because it just didn't feel like there was much of an upgrade, but at the same time, it was a jump. I mean, I say it was a jump. It wasn't as much as I felt in previous CPU upgrades. Before that, it was an 8700K. From, was that 2016-ish? Been an influx of 4 million SPS bases in YouTube recommendations, all hail quality. Oh yeah, I guess people are finally getting to that point in quality. The trouble is that I've sort of had this save going for months now, and I've been very much procrastinating on getting it up and running. Did I forget power poles? Yeah, I saw that. It didn't grab the substation. Probably easier if I just start this over from scratch. Suppose I better fix the substations too. Yeah, gotta have the lines in a grid, so I'll put them out here. If I can't make them line up in a grid, what's the point? Can't not have them line up in a grid. And then one up here so I can link to the train stop. Let's keep Vulcanus busy crafting more belts. I saw it just draw an underground there. Make legendary paths and nuking the rest. Yeah, it's pretty much. That's sort of what we were doing on Vulcanus just now. Like, you definitely can't see where some nukes have gone off. It was just like 15 minutes ago. How do you look? It is backing up. I don't think it has a lane balancer, unfortunately. Or does it? No. Yeah, see, these are gonna fill up full of chunklets. Oops, I just clunked that thing. But it's gonna fill up with chunklets, but it's not gonna fill up completely. I mean, it's at 98%. It's pretty close to full, but it'll be fine. I might get pretty close to the edge next time, and then it'll be fine from then on. See a four-way intersection? Yeah. This one. Oh, it's trying to drop frames. Oh, it is dropping frames again. Yeah, I sort of borrowed that one. I stole it from here, I think it was. In here somewhere. Maybe, possibly. Or is it somewhere else? I might have deleted it. Might have been another book. I do actually have a blueprint of this available, !BP, and it takes us to the GitHub, and it's the rail blueprints. It is this one here. Yeah, it's that there. Stole it from V's junk? Yes. I'm not actually sure where... I don't see it, because... there should have been more. As I say, there was probably another one and I deleted it. I need to actually get rid of this book. There's a lot of stuff in here that's just clutter. And it's not doing anything useful. Used the rail blueprint I made months ago. Oh yeah, I updated it yesterday. There's a new version of it. I fixed some signals that were missing. And some paths that were missing. Like it turns out that the Y junction on both the flat and the elevated were missing this arm here, so that's fixed. And there was a few wonky signals, and I fixed that as well. Right, you, sir. Oh, I missed the break time again. The breaker clock was half an hour ago. Well, what I'll do is I'll tell this to scoop things up, and then I'll send it back to base, and then we'll pause for 2 minutes. Advantage of Twitch. The only advantage of Twitch is the no bleep. I thought I fixed that. It should work on YouTube. I mean, I copied over most of the few of the commands. Both did at the same time. Yeah, there it is. It's just Nightbot's a little slow about it. Yeah, there's only like 5 commands that were copied over for to YouTube because the other bot stuff isn't available. Alrighty. I'll copy this as well. God dang it, squirrel projects. You reach? No. Alright, it's just 5 more blueprints. That's how it begins. Alright, I'm gonna pause there for 5 minutes. We'll take a quick break, and then we shall continue on in a few minutes' time. Is there something that we can stare at while we're on break? I don't know. Gleber, maybe? Stare at Gleber. 7 hours late. Have a good break? Oh, yes. I shall have a good break, and if this thing will wake up, I shall see you in 2 minutes' time, so don't get too far, I'll be back shortly. As soon as I can find that button. Unfortunately, because I'm an idiot, I didn't press the start ad break button, although I think I just missed it anyway. Just missed out anyway. Alright, let's continue on. Oh, it's not going to launch again. It's not going to launch again anytime soon. I saw it just as I left, it launched. Yeah, this thing... It could probably handle... This thing could probably handle 2 platforms hauling science packs back to Narvis quite comfortably. The rate at which it recharges the silos is ridiculous. Anyway, back to you. What oh, you're just doing legendary stuff. So, we need a little oil base. Just a little bit of something to produce rocket fuel and lubricant. Rocket fuel, lubricant, maybe plastic, but probably not. Oh, crap. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's bad. Oh. You need to run away very quickly. Alright, you've lost your nuking privileges there. What? Oh, that is a territory on its own, too. I hadn't fully realised. Now, hopefully, um, they gave up chasing. Yeah, they did. Yeah. Well, they had given up chasing. Again, this spider's nuking privileges has been revoked. Annoyingly, too, there's now going to be 2 giant holes in the land there. Been on a massive Lord of the Rings binge recently? Ever hopped across to pond to New Zealand? No, I haven't actually. Uh-oh. Please give up. Please, okay. Just in time. I should actually at some point. I wouldn't mind checking out New Zealand. Actually, as a side note, I've never actually watched the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's another thing I need to do. I don't know why, I just was never really driven to watch it. At least back in the day, I was never really driven. You never seen it either? Oh, bonus can might have some words. I think we're in trouble. Watched it for the first time this week. God, the films are incredible. Highly recommend if you're not into super fantasy. Yeah, I mean, admittedly, it's a strange one for me because, like, I would watch fantasy for the most part. So, like, I don't know why I just never really wanted to. Then again, it probably gave off... If I was to theorize, it probably gave off a bit of Titanic vibes. And that was... I mean, I never really... Did I watch that? I think I did watch it when it was on TV. But that was a whole thing when it came out. Love the Star Wars trilogy, and Lord of the Rings blows Star Wars out of the water. I never really thought much of Star Wars, but I have a bit deeper appreciation for it now. I don't even know if this is actually enough stuff to maintain the purple signs. Again, I should really actually develop these things in their entirety, not just, you know, the raw build and make a full system. That would really save me a lot of pain. But, you know, where's the fun in not having a whole lot of pain along the way? Speaking of pain, hello Tuckabit. I don't know why I said that, but hello there. No, Tuckabit is the opposite of pain. Alright, I'll just come back here, reload, and because I have bad luck. Where are you at there? No, you've lost your nuking privileges. Oh, Vulcanus spider. And I'm probably going to have to re-foundation that normal ground, that safe, stable ground that was once safe, stable ground is now probably full of holes. What's actually interesting is that I never, of Star Wars, I only ever saw the original and Empire Strikes Back. I never saw, see, there's one hole. There's our friend. Oh, he was stuck and now he's moving again. Return of the Jedi. Empire Strikes Back was the one that I never saw for the longest time. There's no nuke hole because the Demolisher took it to the face. It took one to the face. No wonder it was grumpy. Got bumped in the face by a nuke. Peter Jackson is the best thing to ever happen to New Zealand tourism industry. Yeah, there always was a little bit of stuff going on in New Zealand, but yeah, there's like a whole thing around Lord of the Rings now, isn't there? What do we need? We need probably that one. What I was thinking was... Oh, you know what? Probably only need 2 refineries. One doing basic and one doing advanced. Hang on. Yeah, oh, that one's simple. I got it the wrong way around. But yeah. Point still stands. And what we'll do... Doop. Just max beacon the crap out of this thing. Or at least as close as I can get to max beaconing this thing. Yeah, it's got to be like that. You got to be there, 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 and there. So what are you? 14 and 16. I mean, you know what? Just do that. It's probably 14 of, yeah, 14 and 14. And then you... this one is coal liquefaction. Both have prod mods. What are we after? Pipes. What do we want? A cryo plant next. Your lumbar is bugging you. It's very mean of it. It's like an old injury, is it? What do we want? Acid neutralization. Then I want a second one. Do I want a second one? Yes. Yeah, that was calcite and sulfuric acid. Oh, they don't take problem. I had to think there for a moment. It's been a little while since I've done these. It's been a little while since I've set up pump jacks too, actually, come to think of it. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I hope it gets better soon. It'll just drive you insane slowly. See, outcome of 40 years of extended... Oh, yeah. Yeah. Posture and all that. Body just doesn't like not sitting in just the right way, does it? It's grumpy. Yeah, you can stay there. I realise that I don't really have a decent way to get coal in, but at the same time it probably doesn't matter. Yeah, well, I'm going to rotate. Let's bring it back a little bit. Probably more than I will ever need in terms of mining drills. But I'll take it. Yeah, then I can, where is it there? I can just slide a transport belt there, through to there, up there. Perfect. And we'll be a little stingy on the belt and extend the underground. Do I have any favourite movies? I'm curious if big films from the US are a big thing in Australia. Not too sure how things like that. I think in general, yeah, it'd be mostly Hollywood movies. Trouble is, I'm not a huge movie person, so I don't really. I'm trying to think. Nothing's coming to mind. Now, I'm sure there's something. Go about there. Oops. Train stops. I'll probably stick with the 8 vehicle train stops. What did I say I wanted? Lubricants and rocket fuel. Yeah, this thing doesn't need plastic anymore. I say it doesn't need plastic anymore. I could probably still use some. Oh yeah, it's because they're exploding. Alright, you want acid. Blam. That's also partly why I haven't seen Lord of the Rings is, yeah, not a huge movie person. Seeing as I'm not a huge movie person, there's no drive to really go see it. I could just done that. SPM goal, yeah, 115,200. And that is 8 green belts of science packs. It is a lofty goal, admittedly. The deeper into it I get, the more I appreciate that it is kind of a silly goal. But, you know, you wanted some space age numbers to be consistent. Alright, so acid neutralization. So you need calcite, and then you need calcite. Doing. Hello. That one. You. Oh, let's just copy and paste this one. It basically covers all of the calcite right there. Common science pack? Yeah, just no quality science pack, just the base quality. That could actually do that. And I mean, it kind of works. It doesn't really work, but it kind of works. It in fact does not work at all. The annoying thing about the fancy cold liquefaction is you then need a tank and a pump and all that silliness. Well, it actually goes outwards, not inwards. Yeah, like that. And we are anything greater than, we'll say 2000. So yeah, when there's not enough heavy oil, it won't allow heavy oil to go out. Won't be impressed by these YouTubers until I see 4 million SPM railbus. Oh, I'm kind of keen to just finish this save so I can get onto that one at this point. Because this one was more just feeling things out, and I mean, I've been very vocal on the fact that I hate this seed. This is an awful map on Narvis. This is pretty high up there as one of the worst seeds I've ever got. I mean, look at all that desert. There's just no space for anything. The resources are kind of terrible. There's no stone. I think the lack of stone will be as a killer on this save. There's just giant coastline. No, in 1.1 or even 0.18, I would actually be going mad for one of these kinds of maps because you've just got so much easily defendable infinite coastline. Like, this entire end of the map is clear of biters. Like, I never have to worry about biters over this side. It doesn't matter. But in Space Age, it does matter. Yes, I have been thinking about it. Did I show you the thing I was mapping out? Yeah. I was mapping out how an elevated rail section of rail bus would look. It'd probably be something like that. So like, this is the entry here, and then this is the entry, the exit off the rail bus into a build. So the entry into a build, and then this is the entry into the rail bus. So that should be interesting. And that's only, I think it was only 10 tracks I put in there. Yeah, 10. I don't know how many it would be. And then I was also thinking that like each section of the bus gets a train dedicated to it. I don't know how that will go though. That will need some experimentation. You don't need anything, so that's fine. You got calcite, you need an inserter, you got coal, lubricant, not lubricant. The oil, the heavy oil that will be the oil output that will become lubricant goes there. Then we need a little bit of cracking, and then it's probably a little bit too close. Then what do we want? We want Schumtrack. Right about there. I have no idea what that is. It's trouble with doing things in the void like that. And the hope is it'll just angle in 90 degrees. Yeah, let's just do an elbow like that. No LTN need? Oh, you don't need LTN anymore, definitely. Haven't really needed LTN for a while. Oh no, it found its way around the island. Alright, back down here. Oh, found its way around the lake. I mean, not the island. Alright, let's have a look. What more can we do to extend? Oh, apparently we're building this too. Might as well. Just indulge in it. Actually, speaking of materials, what's Gleba doing for materials? You have some tool belts. The important one is, okay, it's got like 1,000 thingies. That means it's probably in the process of shutting down. Where's the thingy? There. That actually needs to say, where is this? First row, you. No, regular. Regular. Less than 50, greater than 50. Then 20. Get rid of that. Set requests. So yeah, this one should be satisfied. Well, actually, this one... Yeah, this one should have been blocking it anyway. So I'm not sure why that wasn't doing what it should. Because yeah, it should have been coupled into these. Disabled by control. 40. And yeah, this shouldn't... So why are you trigger... Oh, it isn't actually at 1,000. Okay. Never mind. YouTube takes a bigger hit to UPS than your base and all the bots on screen. I think there's something weird going on also with a recent Windows update, maybe like a few months ago. Like every now and then, it feels like the display. It says it's doing 60 on the Steam overlay. That's the new Steam overlay, by the way. It says it's doing 60 on the Steam overlay, but it feels like it's doing 30. And it kind of looks like it's doing 30. If you don't know, Alt-E enables and disables exos. So if I go Alt-E, you'll see it disables, and Alt-E again, and it comes back up. Alt-F is bots. Handy to learn. I've been forcing myself to learn them. Like A for Spidertron. I forced myself to learn that one earlier. Or remember that one earlier. We've got our double pillars again. I mean, it's not a huge deal having the double pillars, but I'd prefer it to not be a double pillared. Yeah, these things are expensive, and I'm stingy enough to... Whoops. Stingy enough to actually go through and pick them out. I also thought I fixed this. You got 2 signals? Yes, you do. Oh, that's more stupidity for me to fix. Imagine getting your blueprint right first time. That would be something, wouldn't it? I think it's mostly that first row that's got problems. Why is a lack of resources on Nervous? The never-ending lack of resources, even though resources are infinite. It's not so much the resource. I mean, admittedly, I've found over the years that it's not so much the lack of resources on Nervous, it's the lack of motivation to keep getting the resources that's the killer. It's starting to look like a ridiculous amount of track, by the way. Only starting to. It's not actually ridiculous yet. Would you even accept a blueprint, getting it right the first time, or would you doubt that one? I mean, it's always going to sit in that category, isn't it? It's always going to be like, is it actually right or not? You'll never know. Now, not enough track. Just thinking. Like, I'd like to compress it down, like pull all these all the way in. Trouble is, it means picking up the build and moving it up. It's just, there are things I don't, that I'm not too happy with this build. At the same time, I don't really want to change it, and I probably shouldn't change it, and I should just leave it. And if you were to tell me, you'd probably say, just leave it and get on with it. Because it's been like, I've been spinning around in circles for like 8 months now, trying to build this thing. I mean, admittedly, I haven't been going around in circles the entire time. It is as much as anything else a learning exercise, all the new mechanics. It's always a dead tree or something in the way, every time. Now, as the autosave rolls over, you up this to like 200. What's power looking like now here? As it happens to be, oh, it's more legendary stuff's arriving. Probably to make more speed modules because there's not a lot of speed modules still. Set to 0.5 rail. Actually, you should be a dedicated request there, because I just realized the rail one actually affects all the spiders. And just like that, I'm pretty sure that was a launch of speed modules. Where are those actually being made? Not here by the looks of things. I have a feeling the calcite, I think it was calcite, is needed to make. Yeah, it's a calcite is needed to make these, and it goes to send the calcite to Narvis to then ship back the cliff explosives. It really wouldn't surprise me. Just the number of rocket launches just to get cliff explosives, something that can be made locally. It's just made externally. Alright. Now. Actually had a blueprint, I think, still maybe question mark of the thingy that I have here. The input I might not have it anymore. Like, I'm just hovering over all these random parts and I'm not seeing it. Maybe it's further up. Like that one, but not quite. It's like that. Except I can't flip it. I mean, this one will do. Oops, that's the T button. Let's try not to mash T repetitiously. I think I need 3 total thingies here. What is it? I need rocket fuel, I need lubricant... Oh yeah, and plastic, that's right. It doesn't need much plastic, it just needs a little bit. Keep that though. I'm tempted to make the train smaller. Just because it doesn't need to ship a lot. I mean, I might keep the rocket fuel the same size, but everything else can probably stay the same. There we go. Belt of, yeah, they're all full already. And actually, just fill this up in no time. And you should be full of water. You've got steam. The steam output goes into there. And yeah, you can make more stuff. And again, it's already full of light oil. Now, then... just like a radar about here is all it needs. There. It actually has power. And you'll be able to place that. And there we go. And we'll explore a little bit there, but that's fine. Alright, the next thing we need is one of you. You... What do you do? Plastic. That's why I think like a 1 or 2 wagon train's probably all it needs. I'll put that up right here. Yeah, 2 wagon I think will do. Yeah, then I do need chemical plants. Like that. You're only made in a chemical plant. I'm just checking to make sure. I could bring like biter eggs and all that crap here and do it in biochambers, but there's no real reason for those to exist. There. Yeah, you do that. You... Yeah, heavy to light. And then I need solid fuel. Oh. That's solid fuel. Oh, assembly machine. There. I wonder if 2's enough. Force Blueprint is such a nice... It is a game changer. It is. It is so good. Game changer, a life changer. It makes everything amazing. And then you do rocket fuel. Yeah, I'm just going to make it a 1-2-1, just real super simple. And then we'll 8-8 beacon it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dub dub. And then there. So yeah, it still needs rocket fuel. The rocket fuel still needs solid fuel. That's the one. I might actually flip them round like that. So then the pipe can do that. And go that away. I don't think there's a world where I can make it fully direct insert everything. 1 too far. That's 1 too far. And 8 and 8. Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I need heavy to light. I don't know if I need light to gas. I just need to get rid of gas into solid fuel somehow. So we do that. I can come up there somewhere. And yeah, this one definitely can be like a 1-2-1 or 1-1-1 even. I mean, this thing will just make a loud a clunk and then it's done. It's like it doesn't even need one. It hardly needs one. That's why I just don't care. Like, it needs I'm pretty sure it needs a little bit. Yeah, it needs a little bit for low density. And that's it. I'll do it like that. Again. Where is it? 4. There and there. So yeah, then it can get beacons like that. Then you need coal. Probably not going to need 2 inserters worth. I'm giving it the option. There we go, don't even need the big poles anymore. Even better. Try the traveling to from signal in the interrupt. No, actually. I haven't actually gone that deep into the train interrupt. I've been meaning to do some of the circuit control stuff for like the labs, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Flash still. Maybe I do need a light to gas actually. I don't think though. Yeah, it only changes health. Yeah, it's good enough. Admittedly, though, some of the things I do wonder what. Like, I would struggle to come up with an idea. What would you use traveling to and from for? Unless you could use it to redirect it to a different place while it's traveling to. Yeah, 6 is more than enough, and that's 8. Fine. And Cryoplan is so ridiculous. Its crafting speed of 87. A number that was completely unimaginable in 1.1 in base game. You could always just force this to use petroleum gas and be done with it. Oh, it does need light oil there. It's just that it means that I can make it direct insert and just never think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I will set you to be light to gas. It's for the ship? Oh, okay. To prevent it from being locked into planet orbit. Oh, yeah, that makes sense now. Yeah, because platforms are just trains. What are you? 7 and 7. Can we improve that? Potentially. Like so. No. It's still 7. I can move that down, though. Also means I can just rejiggle those. 7, 7, 7, 7. I don't think I'm getting any advances on 7. Unless I push these further out and I can't be bothered. Alright. One lot of rocket fuel. Soon to be crafted. So heavy to light. 1, 2, 3. I'll make it 4. Oh, I'll probably need more than that. Do I care if it's beacon aligned? Not really. Do I even really care to do it properly? Probably not. Ah, could flip that. Let's go that way. So yeah, then you can tap from the side. You can come up there. Ah, no. You gotta be 1 tile. If I do that, it's gotta be 1 tile further away. So gas. Light oil. You know what? No, it has to be like that. Oh, that's still light oil. Yeah, that's fine. Comes up again there. Heavy oil. Goes that away. And so now that's all 3. And I can have... along here? Yeah, along here will do. Have the 3 tanks. Light oil. Like that. heavy oil. Like that. And somewhere in there, water fits into the equation. Probably not there. In theory, I could actually bunch these together, but I actually can't. Now I can. Yeah. That can go there now. That's no longer there. So this doesn't... even the pump doesn't actually matter that much. Because the simple liquefaction's doing the work. Alright, I think that's a better arrangement there. Okay, gas then can go to there. I might just do a sneaky one there. Light oil now goes there. Heavy oil still goes there. Yeah, light oil's there. Light oil's done. Gas is done. Now I just need to pop water in. Maybe not there. Comes down to here. It's just like, done. There we go. Yeah, it just needs more. There's a limitation to how much the ports can output. You got to make use of them. Yeah, gas shortage. Not surprised. I mean, these could be faster. Oh, you need water as well. Simple one's doing all the work. Maybe I should just change it to simple. And do away... I can't do away with gas. Yeah. Let's do it. Solid fuel. From light. Alright, change your plan again. I mean, I've already gone to the trouble of changing that. So let's keep it. Easier to spin this round. There, you do that. Yeah, see, that can keep... that is actually keeping up with it. Yeah, I just won't bother with that one. I mean, it's one oil refinery is still doing it all. Gas doesn't need a tank anymore. It can just... whoop. It just is. It's funny that the original idea has actually ended up being the direction I went in. I was like, no, I'll put the effort in, and I shouldn't have bothered. I should have just done it this way. The most basic brute force way of doing it. I think I already tore that up too, and now I'm replacing it. There. Yeah, just needs the one there. And the one there, and it's done. Cool. Alright, so that's all that's needed from Vulcanus as far as oil is concerned now. That's kinda dumb. Unfortunately, that's not the entire story. Because... oh, a few things still going on. I need a refuel point. What do we want? I think it was 121. Yeah, rocket fuel was 121, lubricant was 111, and I think plastic is 111 as well. Yeah, it is. So this is our lubricant train. You can have that. It's tempting to actually make rocket fuel make it a 242 like the rest of the trains. Then it's compatible with the existing system. After all that, it's easy enough to do. Like, it's just copy and paste what's already there. Almost. I've got to extend this now. Just bonks into the lava. Can't get through. As the monstrosity slowly grows. And the frames continue to fall. Ah, good, you're back. One... I mean, it's a little on the wonk now. I don't want to pick it up. But if I picked it up and move it over one tile, that would fix it. Oh, actually, that also needs putting right about there. And actually, yeah, you're both 1.6 and 1.7. I guess I am moving it over. I didn't want to have to scoop up all the crap though. I think it always ends up beacon aligned no matter what though. That's gridded, then that isn't. But at the same time, this one needs to overlap by 2 as well for it to fall in, for it to not be aligned. I should also point out that what I mean by beacon aligned is where a beacon is in line with a machine. When it's in line with a machine, you can only get 3 beacons worth of coverage, whereas if they're offset by 1 or 2 tiles, like if they're not aligned, you get 4 beacons of coverage. So it's slightly better. 7, 7, 7, and 7. I mean, I might as well just take the 7. Like this one here can't cover the assembly machine because it's too far away. But if it was offset by 1 tile, it would, and then there'll be 1 down here which still covers it there, and so you get 4 instead of 3. So beacon aligned machines gives you 6 beacons of coverage, but if it's not aligned, it gives 8. It mattered more so in 1.1 than it does in Space Age. And yeah, like, it's already done anyway. Alright. I think that's enough faffing about with that. I think I've pretty conclusively rebuilt that. Where are we? Fluid load. Now, something I haven't referenced in a long time, if I can find it, is this thing here. Does it have a... Not really, but I'll take that. Because it's pulling it from train wagons, it doesn't preserve any... it doesn't take any thingies. It doesn't take any orders from the stop. Those thingies. Unfortunately, because I'm going to copy paste the combinators, I'm going to lose it. Annoyingly, now I've got to bring the spider back. I forgot to do the train stop. I think the day will ever come where I don't forget to do something. What have we got? 3,800. I think I took the wrong one. Oh, you don't even have one. Oh no, I just didn't even bother doing logic. Alright then. Wait, why is... dang it. I overwrote the settings. It's like, ooh, pick me, coach, pick me. Now, this is dangerous. I'm going to try and send them back here. It's dangerous because what can happen is it ends up going back to fluid load and deadlocking. Worst case scenario, its fluid is not so bad, but if it had cargo, it can end up at the wrong unload, and yeah, that's really bad when that happens. So when it gets there, I'll just make sure it doesn't. Yeah, see, it goes to fluid load next instead of unload. Right, yeah, it should just be a train limit of 1. I think a train actually has already been through. And now it'll just continue distributing as before. Yep, and then it can deliver to the different site. I suppose, just thinking. Technically, so I need, for silo launching, I need, rocket fuel and, low density. You know, I'm having a change of heart, and I might just do everything here. It's not that hard to make circuits here. Doesn't need much. Like, Gleber runs off a single machine. Where is it? Here. It runs off a single blue circuit machine to do everything. The entire thing. It actually runs off one of everything. There's one rocket fuel machine, and there's one. I mean, low density is a bit of a special case, but yeah, there's one low density machine as well. It wouldn't hurt too, because it's it's easy enough to do up here. But yeah, I was just like the plastic. I don't need to haul. Like, I was just thinking about it. It's like I do need the plastic back. Or the blue circuits back here, and that's why I was thinking I'll give the option open. I'll keep the option open of doing it back here. But at the same time, like, very little stuff will actually be... Oh, you'll need green circuits. So that doesn't matter. Green circuits are really easy. I think you do use blues. But at the same time, it can just tap off silos. It doesn't need to make its own... It'll need to make its own blues and reds still. Oh, it still needs plastic for that. Again, that's why I was thinking of going down that path. Actually, I just realized. Oh no, I did change it. Yeah, the low density has speed modules in it. It's plastic. You have, and you have. Oh, okay, I've done it to all of them. See, they're all at 270%, 280%, 270% productivity. 280% productivity. I'm actually very close to maxing productivity. It was just amazing because I haven't even turned on the main base yet. The starter base has done it all. But yeah, a little bit of indecision there. Like I might keep the plastic, but then have a dedicated blue circuit train come from here. Yeah, I just build a maybe not like that. Just build a little something like that. Doesn't matter at all if it's on the coal because like mining productivity is a thing, and what's it at? I don't think I'll ever run out. 3,200%. I don't think I'll ever run one of these drills out, and these are 8% drain too. Like it's never running out. Alrighty, so EM plant. 1, 2. There and there. 1, 2. Yeah, there. 3. That's where it wants to be. There and there. I'm still contemplating shrinking the trains. Like, blue circuits is so much more dense that it probably doesn't need to. Actually, scratch that. I'll make this low density instead. That makes more sense. That'll give you nukes again, potentially. And all that jazz. One, two, three. If I do change it, I'll probably just sneakily change it in the background. Oh, well, that doesn't do anything. Again, the right angle is a really handy build. Right, this is casting low density. Yeah, I do actually need to do the circuits at base, not here. It's getting late in the afternoon, you can tell. I'm getting all confused. Swap that. Starting to get all confused. I say that and I start yawning. just do that and that. Then we need a iron from lava and copper from lava. It's the easiest way of doing it. Probably actually the easiest way is grabbing that, and doing it all the way over here, you know, where the lava is. That makes sense, wouldn't it? You know, do the melting, the lava stuff where the lava is. Offshore pump. One there and one there. You don't have offshore pumps. I guess I have to get some then. Probably way more than it needs. You chuck a couple of stack inserters on it to empty the junk. And yeah, it just needs calcite. I wasn't a bajillion tiles away. There we go. Done. Well, not quite. Yep. Right, you gotta go back and get some pumps. While the game is auto-saving and all that, I then need to run this across there. That's gonna get shrouded over. Then, instead of going up, go over to that lava lake. I won't go through the coal patch, mainly because I can't send both of them through it in parallel, so I'll go around the mining drills. Otherwise, I actually would. Just let the train bonk into it, crash into it every time it pulls in. Boing. Yeah, it found a way around every time. It should be around there, up there. As I say, I could have just nuked a hole that's much closer. But at the same time, it sort of needs proximity to the calcite. Please tell me you have pumps. Boy. That's annoying. Alright, we need to order a bunch. I don't actually have this active. It goes into the circuit network, which accounts for what's in the Logi network. Is it? I think. No, it's the U. It might not carry them. Oh, you're going to Aquilo too. How does this actually do it? Oh yeah, because searching this thing means it won't show up. I might not do it. I'm not seeing it. I mean, it is kind of hard to spot these things. It's funny because Gleber has them. Actually, there's a easy enough way to make it exist. Just set that to none before I turn this on. Okay, offshore pump. Four offshore pumps. Is it going to happen? It is. Excellent. There we go. Oh, and more legendary stuff rains down. I suppose then, because it's not being made, you don't need... Hang on a minute, what? None on the planet? Glad I saw that. You're missing lithium oh, I know why. It's because I did that. You need holmium. Holmium's like there. At the same time, I'm trying to shrink this down as well. The module on the floor. Yeah, I'm trying to shrink Aquilo down to a much smaller system. Because yeah, it doesn't need big lithium plate production here anymore. Should be okay. Yeah, just that on its own should be more than enough. There we go. Yeah, it's immediately launching fusion cells again. I mean, it's still making GPUs locally, but it doesn't need to because there's this platform here which makes GPUs in orbit, so it doesn't need to do much on planet. And the only reason it does it is just to feed the fusion reactive crafting, which is satisfied at the minute. I'll probably never really make fusion reactors again. I mean, it's sort of at the point where I got every fusion reactor that I need. I have a feeling this thing's just going to be rocket along. I should see it. Yeah, it sits perfectly in the middle. So I want that there, and then that there. And then that doesn't cover it. You know what? I should be smart about it. Move that to there. Move that to there. Then the one that sits in the middle does cover both. Oh, it's off by 1. That's why. I was like, hang on a minute. I'm not 100% sure if it's still... gives you the optimum beacon alignment, but it doesn't matter. Your output's full. Let's give you some modules. Alright. Bring it down here. It's doing something. Yeah, it is off by 1. That one's off as well, but it's still going to be like, it's still 8 beacon and 8 beacon, so it's fine. 8 beacons enough, generally. Alright, now it just needs plastic. Oh, it needs modules too. I suppose that's the real question is, can I... that's what we want to see. Cram that in there. Yeah, really just wind down the craft speed. Again, the cryo plant probably goes so quickly it doesn't matter. Just ignore that part. Now it's right. Of all things, it's one melter's not enough. Probably needs both ports. Yeah, needs both ports. Oh, more shoveling. I might need a landfill machine. The metal's fine, it's the, yeah, you... And by landfill machine, what I mean is an assembly machine. Go right there. Make landfill. That then goes in the lava. I can't get enough magma. How about now? Slightly better. In theory, it would be best to have it work as little as possible. How can I improve on that? Have to move it over there. Just try the tile remover. And clean up the exit. It doesn't matter. The platform that makes it all makes so much, it doesn't matter. Right, how's that? There we go. That's making copper now. This is smoke. Probably a good idea to give that one, yeah, there we go. Alright, back on Nervous. Where is... There it is. Do you have a low density? No, you don't. Overload? Kind of. That's about the closest one there. Robot? Yeah, it should be. What are we after? That. There we go. So that's 2 out of 3 sorted out. You heard 14's message pings within 15 seconds. The co-worker is at a funeral. You wonder who it is. Who could possibly, before the call comes? That's easy. It tells you if people are still awake. And yeah, that plastic still is there. So let's bring it back down here. I have a feeling I'm not going to notice needing blue circuits for a fairly long while. There's going to be so much buffer as he launches triangles. What are we doing for power right now? It just went dipped down into its minimum. It looks like solar takes over now. Yeah, it's charged up. Everything else continues rising. Yeah, it's taken over from Fusion. Fusion's not doing anything. It's the other co-worker. Cool. I mean, it's not everything done for Vulcanus. Like, I need to consolidate these. I want to do the triangle and beam. I'm probably going to bring down to either that patch, or maybe one for each patch. These 2 patches are going to be Vulcanus Science, which is here. I need to retire that, probably that patch. I need to figure out what else is being used, because there's beams. I think sulfuric acid is purely going to there. Molten metal and beams and things are all going here. I need to replace this build with this one. Need to figure out what actually needs to be done with all that. Yeah, oh. While I'm at it, I can actually get rid of that junction as well. As we're not going to branch up there. There's no chance of that happening anymore. Kind of sad in a way. The way everything's sort of shrinking down. You know, Vulcanus is regressing to a smaller, more basic form. Ah, that's why I wasn't pulling it down. It's pulled up everything that was underneath it. There we go. I mean, some of this track will probably still remain. Like the base stuff will remain. That'll stay. I'll need something out to here. It'll probably just be along here. I'll probably get rid of this arm. Get rid of all that. Be along, across, and then T up and down. Like most of it's just gonna disappear. Oh yeah, you need to be a calcite launcher still too. Screw you, Cliffs. Use the 245, so I don't need to. I mean, the foundation doesn't matter, but it just gets it away from the lava. You gotta have a little bit of danger on your trains. Spider's desperately trying to reach across the lava. Alright, I'll leave that there for now. It can be fixed later. But yeah, it's a good start on Vulcanus. What was okay. Yeah, good start on Vulcanus, shrinking it down. That is you load. That is plastic load. Train limiter 1. It was a bit more sensible. Yeah, they're both 111s. Oop, that was the train stop. I don't want to copy the train stop. We want the train itself there. And plastic. Oop, the outpost trains again. Questionably useful. Oops. Got you. Load. Oop, that's fuel. Full cargo. Unload. Empty cargo. Just remotely force some stuff inside it. It's actually blocking the trains. Ah, there it is. I was wondering where it went. I was like, oh, where'd it go? Yeah, it's hidden up there. Maybe bring the track across down to there or something. Yeah, probably there. Just replace that. So I think they're basically in line. Just bring the yard closer. You could actually probably convert this yard into a terminating. Oh, I could just have this copy the yard and bring it down here, so it's closer to the base. It could almost be like a yard for the map. 4,000 plastic's going to go a long way. Alright, happy with that. There's just a few lingering jobs on Vulcanus that I've been wanting to do for a long time there. It's also a good way to avoid doing all the nervous science jobs that I keep avoiding. And yeah, carry on doing this. And we've got to start connecting it all up. I'm going to need to do some landfill over there, I think. Got a bit of a gap here, which is good. It means I could break it up into sections. There's probably rough room for breaking it up into a section there. And then we've got to continue it on all the way along there. I need to science out a, or headache out a bot science build and, or lab build. So I can actually start consuming the science. Maybe even, do I care? No, I won't do it. I was going to say maybe even build like a transitional thing where I'm sending the starter science into the endgame labs, but there's no point doing that. I might actually, because this thing, what is that? That's 6 hours on that clock. I might just, in fact, better yet, just keep doing that. And then at some point just pack up starter science, because the research that it's at now is just way beyond its abilities. Like that builder's it's served us well, but it can't do any more. Yeah, let's get rid of all this. It's already out of track. There's so much track, it's got to go down. As a bit of a side note, there's with the rail bus. So I am keen for the rail bus again. There's a whole bunch of things I want to do because there is also achievements to be finished. Because I'm 85 out of 88. See, I don't have the hands clean and the two time-based ones. Finishing the game in 40 hours. Maybe the railbus one's where I also tick off the 40 hours, but I might just do it separately. I also want to revisit the original base at some point. So it's like the 3 things that I want to do. So I have to do achievement hunting in 2.0. I've collected a few incidentally, but I haven't done. But those last 3 need a focused effort. Yeah, ticking the box on keeping your hands clean and is an annoying one to get. Because it means you can't kill any biters. Or you can kill the biters, you can't kill the spawners. So you gotta. I know there's some cheesy ways of doing it. Otherwise, you got to play Death World, so it's just a really slow grind. You can surround the spawners in like 7 layers of wooden chest, and it blocks them from spawning around the spawner. So you can neutralize the spawners that way. Mostly play on the standalone version. Oh, you actually run standalone. You're one of them. I mean, I say one of them, but the option is available, and I do occasionally use the standalone. Once upon a time, we did we all used the standalone version, admittedly. There we go. What an array of track that is. What a ridiculous array of track. Is this off by a tile? No good. I was worried there for a moment. I just looked at it and was like, that looks a little off. But no, my eyes are just a little wonky. It's not actually off by a tile. Ooh, it's feeling like, as far as the science base goes, it's feeling like I'm actually getting some progress now. Like, I've got some actual meaningful rails plugged in. The input isn't plugged in yet. I'm probably going to have them come in on the other direction, so they sort of come in clockwise. So they come in this way and then out that way. That way, the ins and outs aren't all forced together. Don't know if it's really needed though, because it's really just, like, you can still deal with it all separated. Oops. Let's not scoop that up yet. I might scoop it up later. Landfill's kind of precious now. It's kind of expensive. Alright. I think it's pretty much time to leave it there for today. Willow's doing things. That's always good. Just thinking if there's anything else. Fulgora is fulgoring. It's a dead world. Doesn't really do much. Gleber is glebing. I mean, Gleber just looks after itself now. It doesn't need any intervention at all. A serious Gleber construction does need to be done at some point. I need to reconcile all this down into all it needs to be. Just simplify it down a little bit. Like, these are the really old builds that are just sort of been half-baked into something useful. Does it even still use that rocket fuel? I don't think it does. And yeah, just convert it. The starter base on Gleber, its goal in life is to start Gleber science and then turn into a carbon fiber production line. That's the only reason it exists eventually. Building some badass base. It is turning out to be massive. I mean, I did want a decent goal. How do you get enough seed to start making jelly nut soil? Stockpile. So I have 151,000 of each. So I've just been buffering the crap out of it for a long time. And every now, like when I was doing this stuff, how much do I have? 20,000, oh, 5,000. Yum yum soil. 2,900 jelly soil. If anything, it's been for this save, it's been the landfill. Making the landfill has been the hard part. But yeah, this block here, feeding it biters and seeds has been the biggest problem. Like, the first time I did this, at the very start, you pretty much got to start boxing seeds as soon as you can. When you first... Do I actually have this first save? That's the real question. Probably that one. This should be fairly early Gleber. Somewhat early Gleber. Oh, this is when I was trying to do trains still on Gleber. Yeah, because I had the harvesting. The train and return stuff. Yeah, what I normally do, if this still has it, you can see what this originally was. The three pillars of Gleber that you need to make. Yeah, when I first start sending seeds back, as soon as the belt fills up, I immediately just start throwing every leftover seed in a box. You actually don't want to burn seeds ever. You only want to burn it if you have like 150,000 and you just can't store more. Yeah, early on you just sort of make do with what you get. You actually don't need too much as far as soil goes. As long as you've got any of the light green for that. Jelly is not a problem. You usually get so much bright pink, magenta, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. I don't think... Oh, that has been soiled, but like I had added the soil to it. But yeah, with the jellies, you usually get more than enough soil when you're starting out. Does this actually have... was 3? I don't think I had... 2. 80 hours. Oh, it's got the mech suit, so I might... This is why I do incremental saves, so I can go back and look at the early game stuff. Yeah, like, this is way... oh, I still had Aquilo at that point. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, see, this thing, it didn't have... it like, it's trying to do the seed, the soil, but it's just trying to make do with what it's got. And that's really how you got to deal with it early on, is just make the most of the soil you have available. And yeah, just start boxing up seeds as soon as they're capable of doing so. Somewhere here... somewhere... or maybe not. Yeah. See, this one hasn't even... the jellies hasn't even been... I don't think it has had any soil added to it. Maybe a little bit there. I keep highlighting jelly because you actually don't need a lot of jelly. Naughty. Burning seeds. That, to be fair, that was before I realized how important seeds were. I have a feel... I'm retracing my old steps. I remember now. Yeah, I was burning the seeds, not realizing how valuable they were. Because this is before I started the big facility, and I got told off for not productivitying because I didn't realize I could productivity the landfill. The landfill? The whatever it is. What does this thing go? Oh, that brings back painful memories. Yeah. It's so much smaller, isn't it? Like even Vulcanus. Look at Vulcanus. Hey, this is the universe where Herbert's still alive. We didn't ram a railgun round up his ass. Even though it was in his face, because you can't actually do that. If you do fire a railgun up the back of a demolisher, it doesn't actually do anything. You got to go head down. Yeah. The calcite patch is still here. Yes. All solar. Poor Herbert. He was so proud of his territory. It was a pretty big territory. No, it was Steve that was the jerk. Because Steve, we had to ninja in to the patch to get the stuff. Look at that captive biter spawner. So far back. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for today. We'll continue this on Friday. I may do a little bit of theory crafting in between now and then, if I have time. But yeah, we'll probably continue trying to push through science building. I think I need to... I think next time we'll shut down Starbase. I think that's the next goal. We'll convert Starbase and switch it over. But yeah, that's next time. For now, though, that is it for me. So thank you for watching, and let us see who is on. Apparently, it's basically just me. I mean, there's some Dutch. That's about it. As far as Factorio goes. Jamorian's on Dyson Sphere. Let's go say hi. I haven't seen Dyson in a little while. There was actually an update to that recently. So let's go say hi. So yeah, let's go say... for Twitch, let's go say hi to Jamorian. And no, we don't need that word there. Don't need all the extra stuff. There we go. Otherwise, thank you all for watching. Appreciate you being here as always. I'm trying to type and speak at the same time. I can't multitask. And yeah, I shall see you next time. And bye-bye for now.